Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to the channel guys, I hope that all of you are doing well. In today's video I'm going to talk about what in my opinion is a 10 out of 10 cheapie. It comes from the house of Khadlaj and it's called Epoque Artistique. And this fragrance is a clone of Paco Rabbane's Invictus Victory Elixir. So join me in this video today so I can tell you why I think this is a 10 out of 10 clone. As usual, let's first check out the packaging, the presentation and the bottle design of Epoque Artistique from Khadlaj. The fragrance comes packaged in this black colored box that has a really sort of a nice thick cardboard. It feels of really high quality. You get golden accents. On the front you get the name of the fragrance and the name of the company. Also there's something written down that says Maison du Maitre Perfumer. I don't know what exactly that means. On the back you got some additional information. The bottle size here is 100 milliliters and the concentration is EDP. There's the production date is also stamped on the back and it reads January of 2024, so a little bit of a recent bottle. In order to get to the bottle itself you need to open up the box like this. It's a really nice luxurious package, and in here you also get a sort of a memo from the fragrance company itself, and it says the following: Epoque Artistique, from the house of master perfumer Khadlaj. Our philosophy is to create unforgettable fragrances that are an essential and an accessory, which leaves a deep noted memories entourage of elegance and sophistication. It's a sort of a nice memory that you get, memo that you get out of the fragrance company. And then this is how the bottle looks. It has nice quality, really nice heavy bottle. The cap is plastic. It's a sort of a snug fit, though I wouldn't recommend picking the bottle through the cap because it's quite heavy. All in all, you get a really lavish presentation with the Epoque Artistique. The note breakdown of Epoque Artistique, as per Khadlaj's website themselves, has the following notes. The top notes are cardamom, lavandin and pepper. The middle notes are musk and geranium, and the base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, oudi notes and amber. I'll show the spray in action, and I'll talk about the scent of Epoque Artistique. The sprayer is really nice and puts a really good amount of juice out. And now onto the scent of Epoque Artistique from Khadlaj. Now this is a very sweet fragrance. As I said in the opening of the video, this fragrance is cloning Paco Rabbane's Invictus Victory Elixir, and the original fragrance is also known for its the huge amount of sweetness that it carries. And Epoque Artistique, it's no different to the original. It's really sweet. The opening to my nose is a blast of the vanilla. The vanilla is the backbone of this fragrance. It's the main player in here, and it's strong from the initial spray throughout its life until the late dry down. In the opening I pick up a touch of spiciness. There's a nice amount of cardamom, and also I pick up something fresh that's not included into the note breakdown, something citrusy that really is like a hint of that, but especially in the opening it does a good job at balancing out the sweetness that you get out of this fragrance. But all in all, it's also a bit woody right from the get-go, but all in all, it's all about the sweetness with this fragrance from the opening to the dry down. Once you go into the dry down of Epoque Artistique, you lose all that citrusy freshness that you get in the opening, and the dry down is all about the mix of those woodsy notes, the vanilla, the tonka bean and the amber. It's a very sweet fragrance, and in order to enjoy Epoque Artistique, you really need to like sweet fragrances, just to keep that in mind. The vanilla is very strong on the dry down. There's a touch of a sort of a powdery feel out of it because of the tonka bean, and also a bit of sweetness, additional sweetness from the amber. All in all, this is a very sweet fragrance from the first second you spray it until the late dry down. The quality here is very good, it's very nicely blended, and I've been really enjoying Epoque Artistique from Khadlaj. When it comes to how close this fragrance is to the original scent that it is cloning, it's in the air, it's pretty much identical, but up close I pick up a few minor differences. The first one is that this fragrance in the opening feels a little bit fresher compared to the original scent. As I said, I pick up something citrusy here in the opening that I don't pick up in the original fragrance. And then on the dry down, it goes into the opposite direction and feels a little bit sweeter compared to the original. But those are really sort of minor differences. And all in all, this is super close to the original fragrance, and especially in the air, it's almost identical. But again, keep in mind that this is a clone fragrance. that's quite a lot cheaper compared to the original scent normally. So you should not expect this to have the exact same quality as the original. And with that said though, Epoque Artistique feels of a really high quality. When it comes to performance, Epoque Artistique has been a really good performer for me. Not a beast mode performing fragrance. The original scent is pretty much a beast mode. Epoque Artistique is more like, I can call it a strong fragrance. I've been getting about 8 hours of performance out of it, with sort of a good strong projection in the first hour and a half up to 2 hours. And after the 2 hour mark, this starts to sit closer to the skin, and at some point it really becomes a skin scent. But I will not complain. It's not as strong as the original, but still a very strong fragrance. And in my books, that's a good performance. You know, 8 hours, maybe a little bit over 8 hours. When it comes to the price tag, now this is an area where you have to be a little bit careful with this fragrance and all other Khadlaj fragrances. I was able to get this from Notino's website when they were running a sale, and I paid about 25 to 30 euros. I don't remember exactly, maybe it was something like 27, 28 euros. At that price point, Epoque Artistique is a really good deal in my opinion, because you get a very high quality scent that's super close to the original fragrance with very decent performance. It comes very nicely packaged. But then at the same time, I've seen this fragrance to go for prices like 40-45 euros, and at those price points it gets dangerously close to the the price of the original fragrance. And if you cannot get your hands on a bottle of this for a price of somewhere between 25 to 35 euros, I would strongly advise against getting the fragrance at the price point of 40 euros and over that, because at those price points you're better off with the original fragrance. And when it comes to versatility, this is a very sweet fragrance, so it's not really suited for the warmer months of the year. It's more of a cold weather scent, a great nighttime scent in my opinion, great as a date night. And also one thing, just wanted to mention an interesting fact. Because of the amount of sweetness in here, although this is a a masculine fragrance, at least that's how it's supposed to be, I've seen a lot of girls enjoy this fragrance, and in fact my wife wears this one from time to time. It's so sweet that even some girls can wear this without any problem. So it's not super versatile, but it's not bad either. And so on to my final thoughts about Epoque Artistique from the house of Khadlaj. As I said in the opening of this video, for me this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance, a 10 out of 10 clone. As a clone fragrance, it does a super good job at copying the original fragrance with just a few minor differences, but the quality is superb here. You get fantastic presentation, you get a very good performance out of it. And in order this to qualify as a cheapie, you need to be careful with the price that you're paying for this fragrance. As I said, if you can get this for a price of somewhere between 25 to 35 euros, in my opinion, this is a great deal. But if you have to pay over 35 euros, then this just simply does not qualify as a cheapie, and it gets dangerously close to the price tag of the original fragrance. So just as a word of advice, try to look for a deal on this fragrance and try to get it for a price of somewhere between 25 to 35 euros, or something like $30 to $40. At those price points, I think this is a great deal. It's a fantastic fragrance. I've been really enjoying this scent. It's very nicely blended, it's super sweet. And just keep one other thing in mind: you really need to like sweet fragrances in order to enjoy Epoque Artistique. But if you do, then definitely check out this fragrance. Again, just don't overpay for it. As a final verdict for me, this fragrance gets a love for me. It's that good. And so guys, in today's video I showed you a fantastically done clone, a 10 out of 10 clone in my opinion, that comes from the house of Khadlaj, and it's called Epoque Artistique. It's cloning Paco Rabbane's Invictus Victory Elixir. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me in the next one. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.